Hey guys, it's Anna. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming my updated top 10 video. It has been a minute since I've done this video. The last time was 2022, and I've been asked to update you on my list, but I just haven't filmed it because my favorites really don't change that much. But I told myself if at least half of my answers end up being different, I'll go ahead and film that video. So here we are. This is always incredibly difficult for me to narrow down. I have so many forever favorites that couldn't make the list simply because I'm only allowed 10 spots. And these are in no particular order. It was difficult enough picking 10. I'm not gonna rank them. But the first one I have here is, of course, Lise Bō. If you are not new to my channel, you will have expected this to show up. My love for this perfume is no secret. I shout it from the rooftops. I have completely lost track of what bottle number we're on. I say we because this is a signature scent for both my boyfriend and I. Bō practically runs through our veins at this point. This is my favorite woody vanilla. This perfume was inspired by the redwood forest in California, which I think is really special just in and of itself, but it also means something extra special to me since I've lived in California for the majority of my life. And if you haven't been to the forest, it's really something. If you can, it's something to experience because that place just has an incredibly magical, otherworldly feel to it. You feel so small, so minuscule compared to these great giants. And I feel like they captured that experience and bottled it into Bō. The woody notes smell so natural. It smells like you are surrounded by these trees. The sunbeams are coming through, warming up the wood. It smells calming, tranquil, meditative. There's a really smooth elemi resin, and incense is listed. This is not a smoky smelling fragrance at all. It smells like an unlit, ever so slightly sweetened stick of incense to me. And then there's this gorgeous, powdery, smooth vanilla in the base. This is not gourmand at all, but it just adds a coziness to these notes. It's such a comforting scent to me, but I also find it very attractive. It's perfectly unisex, and I get all day wear out of this with a moderate projection. I know this is a very popular unoriginal favorite, but this list is not about being original. It's just my favorites. Delina has not been booted from the top list. An absolute icon from Parfums de Marly. This was the perfume many years ago that made me realize I could fall in love with the rose perfume. Since then, I've acquired a handful, but she's still my number one favorite. Delina is a very modern rose. It smells fresh, pink. It also has a good dose of peony, but a note that really makes this come alive for me is the lychee. I'm obsessed with the taste, the smell, and that fruity, juicy, exotic burst alongside the rose is stunning. This has a bit of a tart quality coming through from the rhubarb, which won't be for everybody, but I personally love it. I feel like it gives this its unique twist. So it's bright, fresh, juicy, and floral. And as it dries down, it develops a little bit more of like a creamy texture. The vanilla shows up more on my skin. It has smooth cashmerean woody notes, a touch of incense, and the musk in here is spectacular. It smells so sexy. To me, this perfume equally smells very sensual, but I also think it just smells sophisticated and grown. It smells like a breathtakingly beautiful woman, and to this day, I'm not over it. And I get all day wear with a strong projection. I then have Gourmand Coquin from Guerlain, now renamed Feve Gourmande. This is truly one of the most special, refined gourmands I own. This is a chocolate perfume, and I don't think there will be a chocolate perfume that comes out that could top this. This is absolutely perfect to me. Delectable, cozy, addictive. This is not just another Gourmand. This smells like a luxurious dark powdered chocolate, but it doesn't go too dark, like not too far on the dark chocolate scale. So it doesn't smell bitter at all. In fact, it smells like there's a touch of vanilla lingering in the background. This also has a prominent rum, very smooth, very silky, and then it has this soft blend of spices. This feels elevated, romantic, whimsical. It really just has this magical character to it for me. I don't wear perfumes for compliments, but she doesn't fail to get them for me. And I get about 6 hours with moderate projection. Next is Blanca from House of Bō. This is one of the first perfumes that I immediately typed up in my Google Doc when prepping for this video. This, without a doubt, has a spot in my top 10. Truly the most beautiful, breathtakingly unique, fresh fragrance. This perfume is perfect. If the color white had a scent, it would be this. Blanca is the perfume of white ingredients. White tea, white suede, copal blanco, white oud, the most crisp, clean interpretation of these notes. It smells serene, like you are staying at the most luxury resort on the coast in Italy. It doesn't smell beachy, like there's no saltiness or like white florals or a sunscreen vibe. I don't know how to explain it, but there is a chic coastal vibe about the scent. This has mineral notes listed, which is comprised of tonka bean, clary sage, and cashmere musk. I really get that cashmere musk and a soft sage, so that aromatic quality peeking through. The resin and the suede is so smooth and luxe, and this has a natural, soft, fruity sweetness. I think this is stunning on both men and women. If you're looking for a place to start with House of Bō, I say start here. This is very versatile. You can wear this year round. And if I was a signature scent kind of girl, this could surely be the one for me. This is also on Eric's top 10 list. I was sitting in front of my collection last night trying to narrow down my 10. He walks in and I'm like, this is so hard. And he's like, no, it's not. I can do this right now. And he just starts counting. This was also on his list. When I first got Blanca, he thought it was incredible, but felt it leaned a touch feminine for him. But as I have worn this, like literally every time I wear Blanca, he's like, what are you wearing? Now he gravitates towards it, wears it, and it's in his top 10, which is funny because we've kind of like swapped roles there with Oro Verde from House of Bō. So initially I felt Oro Verde was a little masculine for me, but through smelling it on him, I became addicted, obsessed, and I'm like, I need this for me. And it's also on this list. But real quick, performance for Blanca. On skin, I get about 6 hours moderate projection. On clothes, it'll last days. This perfume is like a drug to me. Eric thinks I have a little bit of a problem. It's one of the strongest perfumes in my collection, which is why you don't see like a noticeable dent. It's gonna take a while for me to get there, but I'm actively working on it. But I also have a 10 ml size of this that's pretty low. It's been getting use. This is such a freaking cool fragrance. It absolutely has this wild, adventurous characteristic to it, but it's also, I'm telling you, very sophisticated and chic. This perfume was inspired by the founder's trip to the South American jungle. So it has this fresh, luscious greenery. This has cannabis, basil, and tree moss. I am telling you, you need to sample this. Do not make your judgments before you get your nose on this because you will be surprised. It doesn't smell like a joint. It's honestly a very polished smelling scent. It has an apparent woody feel. I definitely get a pronounced Palo Santo. It has a bit of a citrus pop, an attractive ambergris, and then there's watermelon in the heart to tie it all together. The watermelon isn't loud and this perfume doesn't smell sweet, but that note gives this a fresh, watery juiciness. It smells addictive to me and it layers beautifully with tropical, juicy fruity perfumes. I get all day wear with a strong projection. Then we have Parfum de Marly Herod. This I have raved about from the very beginning. I'm pretty sure this was in the first perfume video I ever uploaded, and it has remained a favorite. This is a part of their men's collection, but I think this is very unisex. It has this really enticing, addictive gourmand facet to it. It's not listed, but I get an apple cider vibe from this. There is cinnamon. I definitely get that aspect coming through, but it's warm, sweet, incredibly sexy. Like I lose my mind smelling this. Both my boyfriend and I have been wearing this for years, so it's nothing new. But every time he wears this, I will compliment him and tell him he smells so damn good. It has a big dose of a creamy, smooth vanilla, and then it has tobacco, wood, and incense to give it depth. I think this is a perfect balance between deep, rich notes and a gourmand facet. So it doesn't go too heavily in either direction. I get about 4 hours with a softer projection. The previous bottle that we had amazing performance, but unfortunately with these newer batches it just doesn't perform quite the same. But I'm going to keep buying Herod. It's one of my favorites. It's a must-have for me. Then I have Cuir Beluga from Guerlain. This is one of the most chic perfumes I own. I feel so polished and put together when I wear this. Guerlain just has the magic touch, I swear. Everything just has the most luxurious, smooth texture. This is a warm, resinous suede vanilla. This vanilla is not gourmand in any way. The suede is buttery soft. The amber isn't anything harsh or challenging, and it has a beautiful, elegant, powdery texture. I do smell a touch of an herbal note in the background, but primarily it's those base notes: heliotrope, amber, suede, and vanilla for me. The suede doesn't pull like leather at all. It really smells like a smooth white suede. Definitely one of the standouts from the Art and Materials line. And I get about 7 hours with a softer projection. Another 13 from Le Labo I think is like the king of the Your Skin But Better scent category. This really just has a je ne sais quoi quality to it. It is crisp, fresh, clean, and I think unbelievably sexy. It feels like a bottle of pheromones to me. Like the smell of the person you have a crush on, the person you love, burying your face in their chest, their neck, like clean skin musk with a hint of saltiness. It also captures the scent of right after it's rained, crisp woods, and an undertone of a fresh, sexy cologne, but it's very unisex. This has always hit home for me, and it reminds me of the Netherlands. I get all day wear with a strong projection. Spiritueuse Double Vanille. I swear this is my last Guerlain. Honestly, there could have been more. It's definitely one of my favorite houses. From the moment I smelled this, it's been my favorite vanilla. It's continued to be. It just smells like the most high quality, authentic, raw smelling vanilla. It's warm and refined, but also just truly mouth-watering. It has a really smooth resinous feel, a boozy touch. There's incense, some pink pepper, and a touch of wood to ground it. Vanilla is absolutely the star of the show here, but these notes really give it like a full-bodied character. And I think that the booze and the incense are very likable. Like, I don't find them to be done in a challenging way at all. I think they just bring in a beautiful bit of depth. Really just an absolute showstopper of a vanilla. And I get about 8 hours with moderate projection. And last, but certainly not least, is Rirana Tonka Nutmeg. This little bottle may look unassuming. Assume something fantastic, because that's what it is. This perfume is truly a bit of me. In a nutshell, this is an earthy gourmand. If you love unisex, earthy gourmands, orris root, vanilla, tonka bean, nutmeg, you haven't tried this yet? you're missing out. Tonka Nutmeg is a very dimensional fragrance. So it starts out smelling more fresh spicy. I get a bit of greenery, get a bit of wood, and I smell the orris and iris throughout the whole life of the fragrance. But as it dries down, I feel like it gets more creamy, more powdery. The vanilla and tonka bean warm up definitely amp up on the skin. And then there's a bit of a shift from more fresh spicy to warm spicy because of the nutmeg. It's not listed, but I feel like I smell a bit of a kulfi dessert vibe in there. It's a combined experience between creamy, powdery, earthy, woody, spicy gourmand. Not a true gourmand by any means, and it doesn't go too sweet, but it gives you that fix, just the right amount. It's very unisex, and I find this so sexy, but equally incredibly cozy. This is a fall must-have for me, and it also has great performance. I get all-day wear with a stronger projection, and those would be my top 10. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already. If you want to see me in any more videos, I'd appreciate it so, so much. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.